Hello, and welcome to another episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Anna Cahill.
And I'm your co-host, Abby Lockwood.
And today, BATV has the scoop on your top world, national, and local news, including the current status of the Ukraine truce and details on a court case surrounding a Geneva murder. The UN Human Rights Office says that on average, 13 people have been killed daily in eastern Ukraine since the ceasefire took effect on September 5th. The UN Human Rights Office also reports that there has been a breakdown of law and order in rebel-held cities, according to the BBC. The Ukrainian Prime Minister was quoted saying that Russia is seeking to deliberately provoke a large-scale war. President Putin stated that these revolutions in the Ukraine are a lesson and a warning. He also stated that Russia should do everything necessary so that nothing similar ever happens in Russia. According to UN data, there have been over 4,000 deaths since April. Over 450,000 internally displaced people now exist within the Ukraine, and there are now over 450,000 refugees living abroad. In other world news, according to the BBC, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, a man previously accused of leaking secret U.S. government documents, maintains his arrest warrant for sexual assault as decided by a Swedish appeal court. Assange has sought refuge in London in an Ecuadorian embassy and fears that charges from the U.S. will be brought up if he is sent to Sweden for his arrest warrant. Sweden has not yet officially charged Assange. However, prosecutors seek to question him over the sexual assault allegations. And now, let's head over to Bill McGrath with a Municipal Minute.
Hi, I'm Bill McGrath, the City Administrator, and this is the Municipal Minute segment of It's News to Me on BATV. We still have some time left on the brush and leaf programs this year, so if you haven't gotten to them yet, I can give you some further information. There's one more brush pickup, and that's a citywide pickup the week of December 1st. So please have all your brush out by the beginning of that week. You can go to the city website at www.cityofbatavia.net to get all the details about how you put your brush out. In terms of leaves, our crews are picking up leaves on the east side the week of November 14th, and then that will be the end of the formal leaf pickup program. For the rest of November, you can collect leaves, put them in the paper bags, put a trash sticker on them, and they'll be picked up by Advanced Disposal. After November, Advanced will pick up those bags for free as long as you put them out on your regular garbage day. The Siemens company that has the foundation of its former factory on Wilson Street and McKee is going to start removing some of its surrounding pavement in the next couple of weeks. That is the pavement on McKee Street and the pavement on Van Nortwick. It will be the pavement will be removed. It'll be new soil will be put on it, and next spring it'll be planted for grass, and we will have some parallel parking on Van Nortwick Street. They're still trying to deal with some testing to find out if there's any kind of soil problems before they take away the rest of the foundation. I think they were under the impression that they had done testing on the entire site, as was the city. And when they looked further into their documentation, it turned out that they had only done testing and remediation where it was common knowledge that chemicals had been used. So we have no reason to believe there'll be any problems at all on the site, but it is the reason why there's further delay. It's been a very frustrating project. The city has several contractors in town doing work on sewer manhole rehabilitation and water valve maintenance. This is part of an annual program to ensure that the sewer program operates reliably. This year we're spending about $450,000 on manholes and pipelines. So you may see some manholes with some orange or red spray paint around them, and those are manholes that are going to be rehabilitated. Some of them are extremely old, and we need to give another round of new life to them. The other thing we do is that the water valve operating and leak detection survey is done. We do 1/3 of the city every year. And this is to make sure that the valves can be operable in case we have real problems with a particular portion of the line. At the same time, the contractor has some very sensitive instruments by which they can tell if there's a leak in a pipe and exactly where that leak is, so we can try and save from wasting valuable drinking water. So most of the time these take place in the parkways and the streets, but occasionally they do happen in the backyards. Our contractors are very well identified. They show identification. They are directed to knock on your door and explain their presence or put a door hanger on your door before they enter into any yards. On another note, Chief Randy Dykey, the fire chief, has been named president of the Metropolitan Fire Chiefs Association of Illinois, and he'll be sworn into office in December. This position is voted on by all of the fire chiefs in the Chicago metropolitan area, and it's quite a compliment to Chief Dykey. He's one of our strong leaders here, and to see that he's also recognized as a strong leader in throughout Northern Illinois is very good, and we're very happy for him. Lastly, last night at our city council meeting, we had a presentation by some of the citizens who live in the southeast quadrant of the city relative to the recently abandoned development project that consisted of a proposed set of large industrial buildings to be placed on the east side of Kirk Road, where Wind Energy Pass would be extended to the east. Currently it's zoned and planned for about 250 townhouses and some commercial, and the developer had come in to ask for that to be changed into industrial buildings for distribution centers. It was a very contentious situation. Certainly there are residents in that area were very upset, and frankly, I think after they expressed their sense of this to the city council, the developer thought better of bringing the project forward, and he basically abandoned the project. So right now there is no such project going on. Our residents came in last night to talk to the city council and asked that our development processes be looked at, because they felt that there were some weaknesses in it in terms of them understanding and being notified as to certain events during that process. So the city staff has been talking with them over the last couple of months, and now that our budget season and levying is about to be over, we will begin having some meetings with them in early January, as well as talking with the city council about some aspects of our process and see if there are places that can be made stronger, or where we can clarify exactly the purpose for some of the places in the process. Under state statute, there are certain processes that a private individual, such as a developer, have the almost absolute right to participate in, regardless of what the city council or the staff's opinion might be at the very beginning. And a developer is free to spend his money and take a process or take a project through the Plan Commission and get staff review and take it in front of a city council committee of the whole, and ultimately the city council, if he or she so chooses. And sometimes that's very difficult to understand. So, but at all times we have to remain compliant with state statute. In any event, I think it's going to be a really valuable conversation, and hopefully we'll come out with some stronger development process, or at least better understanding on the part of everybody, including another look at the comprehensive land use plan for that part of town, where there is some, I guess these days, some significant vacant pieces of property, so we can all be pretty confident about what we're going to see there in the future. So that's all we have for this week, and I appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, of course, you can always call City Hall and ask for any department or the city administrator to get your questions answered. Thank you.
Mass protests are expected to be held in Mexico, according to the BBC, for a group of 43 students who disappeared in September. Mexican authorities claim local police handed the students, who were all trainee teachers, to a drug gang who are believed to have murdered them. The students went missing after they attended a protest in Iguala Guerrero State. Tests are currently being conducted on found bodies in mass graves in the state. So far, more than 100,000 people have been killed and 27,000 have gone missing in the last decade in Mexico. And now let's head over to Chamber Chat with Holly Deitchman.
Hi, I'm Holly Deitchman. Welcome to this episode of Chamber Chat. I'd like to start off this time by thanking and welcoming 3 new members to the Batavia Chamber: Best Way Rug and Furniture, Penrose Brewing, and Seniors Helping Seniors of Fox Valley. There'll be great new additions to our membership here at the Batavia Chamber. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some upcoming events that we have. On December 9th, we have the Batavia Women in Business Holiday Networking Luncheon. Men and women, please come and help us raise some funds for 2 great local charities, especially during the holiday season, the Access Toy Committee and Adopt a Family. So raffle prizes will be raffled off to raise funds, and proceeds will go to those 2 local charities. Next, we have on December 10th, Eggs Benefit, which is an event to educate both members and prospective members on the benefits of chamber membership. So if you are considering or interested in learning more about what we do here at the chamber, please join us. The breakfast will be catered by Daddy-O's. Again, that's on December 10th, and that will be at Shannon Hall at the Eastside Community Center. Then we have upcoming on January 30th of 2015, the annual Inspire event, where we give away awards to businesses and the Citizen of the Year for their contributions to our community. This year we are collecting nominations through December 1st. So if you know of somebody that has done an extra amount of giving to our community and contribute a lot to the growth and success, please consider nominating them. You can send nominations to me at the chamber. My email address is holly@bataviachamber.org, or stop in our offices here at 106 West Wilson Street, which is very fondly known as the old post office building. Drop off the nominations here as well. Deadline is December 1st. Thank you very much for joining us for the Chamber Chat, and happy Thanksgiving from the Batavia Chamber of Commerce.
In national news, the Northeast has been hit by fierce snowstorms, with parts of Buffalo, New York, receiving over 5 feet of snow. The storm has been described by locals as gigantic and persistent, and officials are maintaining preparedness for the snowy conditions as best as they can. Claims have been made of people being trapped in their vehicles for a day and a half as a result of the weather. Now let's head over to the Batavia Board meeting for the Batavia Foundation of Educational Excellence with the board brief.
Hi, we're happy to be here. This is one of our 2 happiest nights of the year when we can come and give away money. We work hard all year to make the money, and when we get to give it away, it is all worthwhile, and we're very happy about that. So, with that being said, we've got a good representation of the teachers that are here that have been awarded grants. This fall, we had 5 proposals, and we're happy to say that they were all wonderful, and we're granting all of them. The total amount was just over $2,800, and with our interest from our endowment fund, we have $37,000 to grant this year. So the remaining the remaining $34,000 will be given away in the spring grants. So we encourage everyone to start thinking about those grants now, because those are unlimited in funds. The grants that we're giving away tonight are limited to $700 or less. So in the spring, we'll be anxious to find out what we can come up with. First of all, we'd like to congratulate Anne Marie Barnes, who is here from Louise White School. Anne Marie submitted a grant called the Louise White School Book Bike.
I love it.
Anne Marie is going to actually create a mini bookmobile, and by encouraging traffic into the neighborhood on her bicycle, she's going to deliver books and encourage involvement with the whole neighborhood, and to encourage reading, which we know is our primary focus. So we have granted, she asked for $417, and we didn't think that was enough. So we upped her allocation to $525. So congratulations.
And then Tiffin found a wonderful donor to give books. So she's getting 2 boxes of books this week. Yeah.
Your certificate as well. The next grant that we are issuing is to Tom O'Reilly from Rotolo, and he submitted a grant called Greenhouse Garden. Come on up, Tom. Tom's garden is going to make use of the greenhouse, one of those. The greenhouse facility at Rotolo, and it's going to encourage teamwork and working together as well as ending up with some great produce and plants and seeds and flowers. And they will also be working together with the greenhouse that was started last year at the high school. So we saw this as a great collaboration effort. So, and Tom also only asked for $412.91, and we wanted to make sure he had plenty of money for seeds, so we gave him $500. The next grant came to us from a pair of teachers, Dan Russo and Celeste Dalton from Batavia High School, and this is called Boosting Brain Power at the Paw Print Preschool. So this grant is going to provide for the purchase of picture books that will be used collaboratively with the students that work with Celeste in the preschool. They'll be housed in the library and in the regular circulation as well. So as a former librarian, I think that using picture books at all levels is extremely important. So this is a very good grant, as they all are. And the next grant came to us from Rotolo, submitted by Catherine Cessna, called Peter Pugmill Saves Clay at the Middle School. This is from the art department, who uses over 5,000 pounds of clay each year, and by helping to fund this, the $700 will not buy this piece of equipment, but it's going to help them in the purchase of it, along with other funds. And this was partially funded by money that we have from the Andrea Will account, which needs to go to something in the fine arts. So we congratulate the middle school for saving clay. And the last grant that we have tonight comes to us from the Early Childhood Center, and it's called Batavia Early Childhood Family Fun Night, submitted by Leanne Rodriguez and Suzanne Jones. They are going to have families, their students, attend a family fun night, promoting literacy, and they're going to invite a music performance by Jim Gill, a nationally known performer. So congratulations, and everybody be there. And while we're here, we'd like to give a little commercial about our Hall of Honor that is beginning. As you've heard, I hope, the foundation, along with the school board and the administration, has established the Hall of Honor Committee, and we've been working very hard to get this established. Nominations are what we're looking for now. We've got everything in place, and we're appealing to the community and anyone who has any historical knowledge of Batavia's graduates and where they are and the wonderful things that they have accomplished. We want those nominations in by February 1st. Our event is being planned for Homecoming Week in September of 2015, and we'll be getting more details to you about that very shortly, but we're very excited about that coming up. Thank you.
Comedian Bill Cosby has had his proposed project with NBC scrapped due to the resurfacing of accusations that Cosby had sexually assaulted women. Netflix has also postponed a special show with Cosby after a model claimed he sexually assaulted her in 1982. Cosby himself has so far declined to offer any comment on the allegation. Janice Dickinson, a model and TV presenter, claims Cosby sexually assaulted her after a dinner date in Lake Tahoe, California, back in 1982. Cosby has never been officially charged for any of these alleged crimes. Former Pennsylvania prosecutor Bruce L. Castor Jr., who investigated one of the woman's claims of sexual assault in 2004, said that Cosby would not be prosecuted because he felt there was not enough evidence to secure a conviction. In other national news, President Barack Obama is set to announce plans to use overriding executive powers to begin making major changes in immigration policy. The changes in policy could remove the threat of deportation for up to 5 million undocumented immigrants. Congressman Paul Ryan stated President Obama's immigration order was a partisan bomb that will exacerbate strained relations with Congress. And now, let's head over to Michelle Marcel with Check It Out.
Hello, I'm Michelle Marcel, the Promotional Services Manager here at the Batavia Public Library. If you're a fan of the library's Sundays on Stage program series, you won't want to miss the next program on Sunday, November 30th at 2 p.m. Actress Leslie Goddard returns to the library to portray pilot Amelia Earhart. If you've ever seen Leslie Goddard perform, you know that she does her research and her presentations are both educational and entertaining. Please register for this free program online or call the library reference desk. Also on November 30th, the library will host Holiday Stories at the Batavia Depot Museum as part of the city's Celebration of Lights. A number of Batavia celebrities will be reading holiday favorites. Stop by anytime between 6:15 and 7 p.m. to warm up and hear some stories. Chicago Genealogy, the second program in the library's new genealogy series, will be presented on Monday, December 1st at 7 p.m. Speaker Grace Dumel will talk about how to research your Chicago ancestors using a variety of different documents. Please register for this free program online or call the library reference desk. To learn about other library programs and special events, visit the library's online calendar at bataviapubliclibrary.org. Thank you, and see you at the library.
In local news, a Geneva man charged with the murder of his wife must now wait until 2015 for a trial. The trial for Shadwick King was set December 8th, but was moved to February 2nd during the court appearance before Kane County Judge James Hollick. The date has been postponed in an effort to get witness contact information from the Union Pacific Railroad, who defense attorney Kelly Childress claims are crucial to defense. Kathleen King's body was found July 6th on railroad tracks less than half a mile from her home in Geneva. Shadwick King has remained in Kane County Jail since July on a $1.5 million bond. A private high school is set to open in the fall of 2015 in the Campana building in Batavia. Former Illinois Education Superintendent Michael Bacalus has claimed that the Harbridge College Prep Academy, as the school has been titled, will focus on critical thinking and problem solving. The academy will offer only classes for freshmen the first year. Bacalus said additional grades will be added in subsequent years, and tuition will be decreased each year the student is enrolled. Information concerning the new Harbridge College Prep Academy is available at harbridgeprep.org or by calling 312-492-3020. Now let's head over to Dominic at the Fine Arts Center, who will give us a recap of Hello Dolly and information on future productions.
Hello, my name is Dominic Cotero. I'm the Batavia Fine Arts Center manager. We have had great things going on here and some more great things coming up here at the center. We just closed Hello Dolly, the Batavia High School Productions version of Hello Dolly. That was last weekend in November, and we saw almost 1,600 people in attendance for that performance. It was the first time in almost a decade that Batavia High School has done a classic, going back to the roots of music theater. Also, a little tidbit of knowledge for you, it is the very first time that a live horse has appeared on stage pretty much ever in Batavia High School history, but for sure here at the Batavia Fine Arts Center. That was a really incredible experience to see everyone respond to having a live horse in the scene with Horace Van de Gelder. Coming up here at the center, this coming weekend, we have The World of Magic, which is a Las Vegas-style magic show. It brings all the massive illusions that are usually not seen outside of Las Vegas right here to our hometown stage. We have dancers coming, a magician coming, big props. The floating lady will be here. It is just a really remarkable experience. Be sure to get your tickets. Only, as of right now, about 20 tickets left for that performance. So go to BataviaFineArtsCenter.org and pick up those seats. Also, next weekend, the weekend of Thanksgiving, the perfect way to bring in the holiday season for you and your family is by seeing the Nutcracker here at the Batavia Fine Arts Center. A lavish, outstanding production with flying and rigging and silks. With professional dancers as well as student dancers. The State Street Dance Company, who has been performing their Nutcracker here for the past 2 years, is coming back again for a third year. 3 performances. On Saturday, there's 2 performances and 1 on Sunday. So don't miss out on those tickets either. Again, those can be purchased at BataviaFineArtsCenter.org. And those of you who look forward every year to the Kaleidoscope concert from the Batavia Music Department, those tickets are now available to everybody. So go ahead and purchase as many as you'd like. They are free tickets, but you do need a ticket to get to come into the building. One of the performances, the 6:30 performance, is already sold out. The 8:15, as of right now, has 300 tickets left, which I anticipate will probably be gone by Thanksgiving. So go ahead and get those tickets now before it's too late. It's going to be a very busy holiday season here at the Batavia Fine Arts Center, and we certainly hope to see you at least one time, if not more times than that. Thank you, and see you at the center.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. As always, most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or on YouTube under the username BATV1017. Be sure to like us on Facebook and sign up for our newsletter to stay up to date on the station's current happenings. Thanks again for watching. I'm Anna Cahill.
And I'm Abby Lockwood.
And that's News to Me.
Hey, that's news to me.